It's always very fascinating to study the journey of an entrepreneur. When you look back after 7 to 8 years, you always think that everything has fallen into place, they've been very lucky, they've always had successes, but that may not be the case. What an entrepreneur starts off with and what he is now after about 7 to 8, 10 years would be very different in terms of scale, in terms of the number of people that work with you, in terms of just ideas, in terms of the pivots that they've done. Our guest today is someone that I've known for a bit. Her name is Pooja, and I knew her when she started with small workshops. Today she has a large employee engagement company. Let's find out what her journey has been like. This is Deepika saying you're watching She Means Business, and do not forget to like, share or subscribe to this channel and share this video as far and wide as possible. Hi Pooja.
Hi,
Okay, first up, like all our interviews, tell me what is it that you do?
I am the Chief Engagement Officer at ExtraMile,
Okay.
where we build happy and engaged workplaces.
Why did you start this? So we met, I think, about 7 years back when you just started this. Why
Yeah,
did you
about
start
this.
this? Is it something that you wanted to do, or did you sort of fall into this and then it evolved?
Do you want to know the true story?
Yes. The absolute truth and nothing but the truth.
Alright, I was 24, sitting on an island in Koh Samui with 4 of my girlfriends.
Okay.
And it was New Year's Eve. About 5 in the morning is when we decided to go home and hit the bed. And I woke up at 10 a.m. with this epiphany. I have to quit my job.
Okay.
And that's exactly what I did, because I flew down to Delhi and where I was working, and I just put my papers, and I didn't know what exactly I was going to do, but the only reason was that I wasn't satisfied, I wasn't engaged.
Okay.
And with no plan of what I'm going to be doing ahead. Of course, at 24, everyone's wondering, are you quitting to join a competitor and all of that. But I was looking to actually start something on my own. So entrepreneurial is in the blood, and the vision was always to do something of my own. But being in the field of consumer engagement and marketing for about 6 years at different corporate offices, I wasn't really sure that as a marketer what service or product I wanted to market. So I said, let me look back. Why was I dissatisfied? Why was such a handsomely rewarding salary at a tobacco company not keeping me engaged, though I was traveling across the world? And then I realized there was a gap, and this gap was in the way we feel at work every day. So we go to work at 9, we probably leave at 9 p.m. and all that we're doing when we are taking our little breaks for lunch and tea and these water cooler breaks is we're discussing what we're missing out. You know, our passion towards, say, fashion, photography, writing, reading. We don't have the time to do any of it. And what did the company organize for us? I was at one Diwali party in the whole year, which was also great, and probably some fun Fridays, maybe a treasure hunt for team building. And that's when I realized that if I was doing customer engagement, where we spend so much time and energy engaging with the customer so that they stay with us, retain with us, are engaged with the company, why are we not spending equal amount or more on our internal customers?
Absolutely.
I mean, the employees are the heart of the company. What is a company without them? So that's the gap that I tried to fill in, which was the internal customer engagement, and that's how I moved to the vision of starting an employee engagement firm.
Very interesting, and I think a very well identified gap, honestly speaking.
At that time, yes. I mean,
Yes.
that was about 7 years back, and now the space is very evolved. I mean, if you see, there are a lot of players in the market, and you know, things have moved from just that one-off activities to weekly engagements,
Yes.
monthly engagements. It's
And
not
much
just
more
all
deeper
about fun.
engagements.
Exactly, it's not just all
More well
about
thought
fun.
out.
It's about bringing that connect that an employee has with his manager, because finally, you know what they say, you don't leave an organization, you leave your boss. So how do you bring about that engagement constantly? How do you make the employee feel more connected to this organization, one with the vision of the company, and that's something which is just beyond only fun and games.
But what was your inflection point? At what point in these 7 years did you think that yes, you're going to make this big?
Okay, so at 24, you think the world is available to you, and you're going to explore it all, and everything is going to work because you want to go out there and make a big difference. And then reality hits, and you realize that you're knocking corporate doors, and all of them are asking you, so who have you done this for? So there had to be a first, and that's when I had to change my complete strategy. So from wanting to make such a big difference by engaging with 1,000 employees at the workplace, I had to first consider how I'm going to get my first client. And even if that was just 10 corporate employees, it didn't happen for a year. And that's when I changed my strategy in the first few months itself, and I said I had to be credible. I had to show how I'm going to make this difference. So I started the Culture Hub in Bandra, and we had these workshops from creative writing to photography to even poker to graphology, home styling, personal styling, grooming, self-defense. And from doing 1 or 2 workshops a week, we gradually spiraled to about 7 workshops a week, and that's how I built my database. I had women working professionals, I had students from colleges, I had even the men coming in, a lot of them leadership teams at different organizations, because it was a great after work on a weekend to come and explore a new skill that you wanted to learn. And that's when, after about 6 to 7 months, I had the first interaction with the great Erica from 94.3. She called to find out about our self-defense workshop.
Okay.
And that time it was fairly new. And she said that, tell us about it, because this is definitely the need of the hour for the women. And we spoke about it briefly, and Vodafone was listening to it. There was a HR lady or just driving back, and I guess somewhere luck plays a role. So immediately after that radio interview, she called and she said, okay, I heard you, and I think we need it at our office. So didn't ask me any questions about which corporate I work for. That's how we bagged our first
That's
client.
very fascinating. So you actually created a lot of work for
Yes,
yourself initially,
yes.
so that you could
It was
actually
a
be
struggle.
asked. Yeah,
Yes,
very
exactly.
interesting.
It was more of a push at that time, by creating content, by building enough material, and that was great because I didn't have to again go knocking on corporate doors.
Yeah.
Once Vodafone called and we had that interaction.
And you had that one client now to sort of show that this is
Yeah,
what you've done.
and after that it all just started flowing. I mean, there was just no looking back. Aditya Birla reached us on LinkedIn, and Google found us on Google. There was absolutely no monies we spent on marketing and PR until last year, and it was all through word of mouth. So far we built about a database of 75 clients, and most of which have been thanks to LinkedIn, and a lot of word of mouth.
But 7 years back and now, you yourself said there's competition. So
Yes.
now there are more players in the market, and also I think
Because there's
corporates.
no need in the market
Yeah.
as well.
But so how do you differentiate yourself then? Also a lot of BD that you do, so
Yeah.
onboarding clients,
Yeah.
and then the differentiation in terms of the content, the differentiation in terms of the pricing. Do you feel the pressure now, and how do you differentiate yourself?
So it was right from the time we started the way we pitched ourselves. We always pitched ourselves as this company that will bring new ideas and innovation to the table, and it's amazing. Our clients actually call us, and we're proud about it, they call us the Mary Poppins.
Okay.
So when we visit the office, or when and because we get a lot of repeat clients, they're always looking at what is this big surprise that we're going to remove from our bag. Which means there is, of course, a lot of customization needed, and I don't just use that word frivolously, because the same team may come back to us every year or every 6 months. The same company will come back every month.
Okay.
So we build an employee engagement calendar, We look at trends in the market. We try to stay updated with what's happening in the political space, in the entertainment space, and we pick up those relevant topics and we theme it. So we theme it to the activities, or we theme it to the trainings that are taking place. We try to make it more relevant to the current trends that are taking place, and that's how they expect it. They expect that we're going to come back with new ideas every time. In fact, to promote that and to drive that, we have our own internal Shark Tank in our office. So every Friday, new ideas are presented by our team internally, and this covers all the 4 verticals. So currently we have a team that covers digital. So we have a team of HTML coders who have to innovate on new mobile games and engagements that we can do for the employees. We have a design team that has graphic designers, and they have to innovate in new kinds of GIFs and animation and new themes for creators. We have an operations team who has to innovate in their team building programs, the offline on-the-floor engagements, do-it-yourself activities. And ideas get presented every Friday, and then we reward the best idea of the month.
I would hire you as an agency. Okay, I always ask every entrepreneur this. When you start out, it's you. So you're interfacing with the client. You have complete control over the execution, because it's you, and you fall in love with the way you work, and you want to give your best to the client. And then slowly you grow, and there's a team, and then you have to delegate. Yeah. So as an entrepreneur, how do you deal with this whole, how do you learn actually to delegate? Yeah. And then ensure that, the work is done as per how you've built the brand. Yeah. How do you let go and how do you delegate?
Yeah. See, it's obviously tough. The passion that you have, the drive that you have for the company, you want to see that, in your employees. And when clients have seen that in you, they expect the same from a team that is reporting to you. So when I started off, of course, we didn't have any of these specialized services in digital, in graphic design. It was just about conceptualizing and executing a workshop by bringing in different experts. But as we've grown over time, we've realized that the needs have diversified, and for that we need employees with specialized skills. So I think for me, the biggest challenge and reward has been in hiring the right talent. So I've scanned through I don't know how many different resumes and interviews to be able to find the people, and I believe there are 2 things that really help. One is the ability in doing that particular job, because their experience shows that. Their resume shows that, whether they have the skill. So that's just the ability in doing the job. The second, which is I think more important, is the willingness to excel in that job. So I try to see if they are able to match the same kind of passion. It's only when they start working that I'll see whether they meet the same vision. And they but initially is that do they feel the same kind of passion and drive towards building happy employees, seeing happy employees at the workplace. And only when my internal employees are happy and engaged will they be able to bring about that kind of engagement at an external client. So building that trust in them has happened gradually, and I've noticed clients expect to see that kind of passion in your workforce as well.
You mentioned somewhere in between that it's only last year that you started doing PR, and I noticed that too. I saw you quite visible. Why was that a conscious call? Also, do you think even in a B2B business, it's important to build a brand? So while you're reaching out to clients and you've spoken to them, but building a brand, doing PR, why was that a conscious decision? And what are the benefits are you seeing out of it?
So for the first 5 years, there's so much work that we did. We didn't ever showcase it. So if you even go onto the current website, which we are revamping, but if you go on to ExtraMile.in, you will barely see any of our engagements. We've done tons of work with lots of different clients, and we haven't put it up anywhere. We haven't showcased our work. It is only in the last year that we started to put up everything on social media, to put up our PR, to go more aggressive on PR, is because we realized that it's all behind the scenes. And we've been happy with the clients that are coming in through word of mouth. But of course, there's so much more to do. I mean, we invested in opening offices across 25 locations. We are now a 21 people team just in Mumbai. So to be able to capitalize on the services that we've been offering for the last 5 years, which some of which are still relevant even now, and we never showcased that anywhere. It was a very happy place when we thought that just doing the word of mouth and living on our existing clients, the clients coming in, was enough. But we saw that competition is getting more aggressive. There are lots of companies entering the employee engagement space, team building companies who are also there. You will also find even companies like Deloitte and PwC doing trainings and team building programs, which came as a surprise to me as well. So we realized that we have to be aggressive. We have to showcase how we are different from the others. When you refer to this company and the need to establish a brand, years ago it was Pooja equals ExtraMile. I mean, it was almost like I'm synonym for it. And that's not how you can grow a company. Exactly. That's why there was a need to hire more people, to make them more front facing. So at the moment, you will not see me at any of the team building programs, at any of the employee engagement programs. My role is limited just supervising the entire space, because I have put my employees in the forefront. And once you hire the right kind of employees and they have the fit, that's when you show yourself as a brand, you show yourself as a company, and it's no more the individual Pooja running the show.
Yeah. I like how you've grown. What next?
What next? I think there's a lot. So digital has really worked well for us because it's cost effective, the reach is amazing, everyone's on mobile. The requirements are pouring in to digitalize, gamify it all. So we're looking at introducing some IPs this year, and grow our digital vertical as well. Again, continue to have meaningful discussions with experts like you, so that we can have more visibility and offer our services to 175 clients and not stop at 75.
Wow. So I really like the way you've grown, Pooja. I've known you for these 7 years. And I know where you started and how you started. I knew about Culture Hub. We did a workshop together.
Yes, exciting.
But I really like the way you've grown. I also love the way you've learned, from your experiences and how you built this huge company with people and offices, and there's so much, to look forward to now. So I think every interview that I do, it's very fascinating to know how an entrepreneur has kind of grown, or how any person has kind of grown in the journey that they've had. Thank you so much.
So much
to
grow.
I'm sure there always is. You never stop learning.
Yes.
So thank you so much for being on the She Means Business Chat Show. Thank you for spending time with us, and thank you for spending all your learnings, etc.
Thank you so much for your time.
And for all our viewers, stay tuned, stay happy, and stay focused. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this video. Thank you.